Ladies and gentlemen, we say these are the casualties of war, and these are the casualties of the war between President William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. Why am I saying this? Today, in the floor of the House, the names of the members of Parliament that are going to take different roles in the committees that are in Parliament were laid out. And after the names were given, it became clear that the Gachagua allies have become casualties of war. The battle lines have been drawn. That is something that we all should agree on. President William Ruto has declared that if you don't serve in his interest, then you don't deserve to be in any privileged role in the government of the Republic of Kenya. And allow me to diverge deep into today's matters and the names of the different members of parliament that have lost their lucrative positions that they held in the committee. Now, Kenyans online have shared their feelings after the ruling alliance made a decision to kick out different members of parliament, including the Kiharu member of parliament, Ndidi Nyoro, as the chair of the Budget Appropriation Committee. Now, the changes were read by National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula today, who said that Ndidi Nyoro, who has served in the same capacity since the year 2022, will no longer hold the position. It is not clear why Ndidi Nyoro was ejected from this position, but every Kenyan knows that it is because of his political decisions and actions in the recent past. Why am I saying that? We all know Ndidi Nyoro stopped praising William Ruto from the time of Finance Bill here 2024. Ndidi Nyoro stayed away from the national politics and decided to focus on development and delivering to the people of Kiharu constituency. Now, currently, it is not a matter that we should debate. And one thing that you should allow me to tell you is that the role of the budget chair committee, that is one of the key important committees that we have in the parliament of the day. And President William Ruto knows that Ndidi Nyoro had the whole capacity to chair that committee for the next 5 years or so. But because Ndidi Nyoro decided to draw the lines from where he shall attack, then President William Ruto has declared that it's about time now I show this young man who is the king here and who rules in these streets. Now, allow me to remind you that of a message that was today. Also, there is something that Ndidi Nyoro said, and I want just you to hear just a little bit of it before we go forward, because it is a very clear message on why Ndidi Nyoro was kicked out. It is even some kind of reaction on why Ndidi Nyoro had to be thrown out of the budget committee. Nataka tusikizane kwa makini hapa kama upo hapo unatutazama. I want to play this audio, and it will be key to explaining why Ndidi Nyoro, we have been there has been a conversation. Ndidi Nyoro anaenda, Ndidi Nyoro waendi. Hayo yamekuwa maneno, umekuwa ndio mtindo. And I want you to listen and listen very careful to this. I will just play about 10 seconds or so.
Raila kuingia serikali, kutoingia, that is not my problem. Leadership ile iko juu. Kiti cha urais. That is where the buck stops.
Umesikia?
The reason why we sing praises for Kibaki is because Kibaki performed. Including myself na wale watu wengine wako katika hii nchi yetu ya Kenya ambao walikuwa wana biashara. We know. Now let's put it aside. Ndidi Nyoro tells us that the reason why, he doesn't care on whether Raila Amolo Odinga joins hands with William Ruto. Who doesn't care about it right now? Who doesn't care? And he says the buck stops with William Ruto, who holds the highest office in the land. He explains very critically that the reason why a lot of Kenyans sing praises to the former president and late president Mwai Kibaki, it's because Kibaki delivered to the people of the Republic of Kenya. People don't remember the members of parliament, the ministers of this docket and that served with Kibaki. People don't even remember who were the vice president during Kibaki's reign. Are we together? That is what Ndidi Nyoro is telling us. So he is directly attacking and pointing fingers at President William Ruto, telling the president, Bwana President, it's that time you realize it doesn't matter the affiliations that you form or the coalitions or deals that you will crack with whoever you think you are going to crack with. Are we together? What matters is how are people taking what you are saying? How is the economy growing? How are the development projects? What roles have you constructed during the time that you have been in power as the President of the Republic of Kenya? Are we together? Now that is the message Ndidi Nyoro delivered to President William Ruto. I go back to the changes that are being implemented. Now, looking at that and hearing the message from Ndidi Nyoro, you all know Ndidi he is a casualty of war. Ndidi has not declared his stand. Ndidi Nyoro has decided to stay on the sidelines and to watch the battle go on. It's the same thing with the Moranga governor, Irongo Kangata. He does not attack William Ruto, nor does he defend Rigathi Gachagua. He stays away from their war. He watches from a distance. He allows them to keep fighting. That is the same thing Ndidi Nyoro has been doing. He has not interfered in this battle. Are we together? He has remained away from this fight. The fight between Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto. Because he knows I am not supposed to be involved with the whatever nonsense that is going on between them. Are we together? And that's why he tells us, I don't care whether William Ruto signs even a coalition deal with Raila Amolo Odinga. What we care about as the people of this republic is whether William Ruto will deliver to the fullest to the people of this republic. And I tell you, we all thought even Ndidi Nyoro, after being kicked out as the budget chair, the person that will get that role is none other than Honorable Babu Owino. But some things are going to change. Now, allow me to continue before we come to that. Now, the changes were read by the National Assembly Speaker. I said that. Now, it is not clear why Ndidi Nyoro was ejected. We have made that clear. Now, Ndidi Nyoro failed to take an active part in the impeachment of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, something that left a number of Kenyans questioning his loyalty to President William Ruto. In what has been seen as an onslaught targeting former DP Rigathi Gachagua's allies, other MPs who were kicked out of key departmental committees are Wajiko Mwehe of Kipipiri, James Gakuya of Embakasi North, and Onesimus Ngogoyo of Kajiado South. These three are key figures in the Rigathi Gachagua's battalion. They have been fighting alongside Rigathi Gachagua. Now, Kenyans who have reacted to Ndidi Nyoro's impeachment have now claimed that they saw the changes coming, especially after Mr. Odinga agreed to work with the Ruto's administration. Now, listen, I read a few comments. They say, we saw it coming, but it will give him more strength to work with those who are opposing this government. Another one here says, just because he did not vote to impeach the former DP, is there anything wrong he has done? Another one says, Uhuru did the same. He kicked out Duale and replaced him with his Mulima backyard guy, Kimonya. Another one here says, we are Africa and Africa is our business. That is the slogan that Ndidi Nyoro likes to use several of the times. Now, looking at this, are we together? Looking at this, it tells you a lot on the path that we all are treading on. Now, it is clear Raila Odinga's allies are now set to lead 5 key departmental committees: labor, budget, regional integration, health, and trade. Positions traditionally held by the ruling coalition as President William Ruto finalizes plans to accommodate him in his government days after losing the African Union chairperson. Now, it is clear that the deal is going to happen. Whether you like it or not, Raila Amolo Odinga is going to be absorbed in William Ruto's government. Whether it is good for the people of the Republic of Kenya or it is not, Raila Amolo Odinga is going to take this role. Now, the House Selection Committee tabled the new list of committee leadership, revealing that the Orange Democratic Movement has gained significant control. Are we together? The National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula directed MPs to elect new leadership in accordance with parliamentary rules. And I quote him, "The clerk will issue a schedule of meetings for committees to elect their leaders tomorrow. This is a work in progress. Sometimes we lose members to death and others must step in to replace them. The chair is elected based on the dynamics you all know," Wetangula said. "Go ahead and elect leaders who will help this house. Those elected must be the first to ensure quorum in the house at all times. To whom much is given, much is expected," he concluded. Now, the major casualties of war that we have here are Rigathi Gachagwa's allies, and I want to discuss them keenly. Among the biggest casualties of the reshuffle is Githunguri Member of Parliament Gathoni Wamuchomba, who was removed as the chairperson of the Constitutional Oversight and Implementation Committee and resigned to the Member Service Committee, a less influential role. Similarly, Embakasi North MP James Gakuya lost his position as chair of the Departmental Committee on Trade and was moved to the Parliamentary Broadcast and Library Committee. Runyenje's MP Eric Karemba, who opposed Gachagwa's impeachment motion, was transformed from the Labour Committee to the Constitutional Oversight and Implementation Committee. That was being uplifted. That was like being rewarded for the role he played. Now, the fate of Keharu MP Ndidi Nyoro is uncertain right now, but it is clear that he is being removed as the chair of the budget committee. The Tatu MP Geoffrey Wandeto was removed from the Public Investment Committee on Social Services and the Departmental Committee on Information and Technology and reassigned to Regional Development Committee. Naivasha Town MP Jane Kihara Uswa Gachagua MP was ousted from the Lands Committee and moved to the Members Service Committee. Gatanga MP Edward Morio also, a friend to Gachagua, was removed from the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee and the Powers and Privileges Committee and reassigned to the Parliamentary Service and Library Committee. The Marakwet West MP Timothy Toroitich, who rejected Gachagwa's impeachment motion, was removed from the Justice and Legal Affairs and Education Committees and reassigned to the Parliamentary Broadcast and Library. Now, outspoken Mumias East MP Peter Salasia was shifted from the Agriculture Committee to the Members Service Committee, while Manyata MP John Mukunji was removed from the Housing Committee, now only serves as the Committee on Oversight and Implementation. Now, let's speak about who is best suited to replace one Ndidi Nyoro. Kitambo, we heard rumors after the impeachment of Gachagua and all that. Kimani Ichung'wah brought in the name of Kimani Kuria, the MP of Molo, to be a replacement of Ndidi Nyoro. But William Ruto akakunja mkono. He decided that time the political atmosphere was very hot and everything that was going on, it was not the right time for Ndidi Nyoro to go. the ties of politics have been ongoing for some time. Now they have caught up with Ndidi Nyoro, and currently the name that most members have been suggesting that he become a replacement of Ndidi Nyoro is none other than Embakasi East Member of Parliament to replace Ndidi Nyoro. But will Raila Amolo Odinga allow that? Raila Amolo Odinga has been in some certain kind of war with Honorable Babu Owino, though he knows that Babu Owino is the best MP that he got in terms of delivery in the current parliament. Now the question is, will he give this? You can hear people like Peter Kaluma saying that they want to become chair of budget. We don't use, when I cannot use that word. This is a man that is suggesting that circumcision should be optional for men in this country and advising his community not to involve themselves with their. Tuachane na mambo ya hiyo ngozi kando, tuweke hiyo mambo ya ngozi kando. If Babu Owino is not given the role that Honorable Ndidi Nyoro has been playing as the budget chair, that is the greatest violation that the ODM party can do. Are we together? Because ODM has been given a lot of seats right now. ODM, Raila Amolo Odinga controls the parliament literally. Ni nini mnaambia baba sai? There is nothing that you can tell Baba Raila Amolo Odinga right now. He controls the parliament. So it's upon these people now to make sober decision on electing somebody that will deliver in that role and in that committee. And none is fitted more than Babu Owino. But because of the differences, the political differences that Baba and Babu Owino have right now, we might see Baba again choosing an individual with the mentality of Peter Kaluma running the budget chair. I mean, we will be doomed. What else? Who do you think is best suited to replace Ndidi Nyoro as the... And another casualty of war that will soon be happening, I dare say that Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah should start preparing, because he is the one that was used to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. He has been used to propel the motion on the removal of Ndidi Nyoro, saying that he is not loyal. Now, the buck will stop with you, Kimani Ichung'wah. What do you have to offer to William Ruto right now? What do you have to offer in a coalition between William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga? It will be catastrophic for you. When the time comes, the drums of war that you rang so loudly for your brothers and sisters when they were being thrown out will be beaten for you also. And Luere Papa. That's what the song that the Kenyans will be singing. But truth be told, Raila Amolo Odinga is not going to stop working with William Ruto. The good is that William Ruto is bringing. You don't know Baba wewe. Baba is a tumbocrat. But we love him with his tumbo. Wacha tukule pia sisi. Tumekaa kwa opposition sana. Ni hayo kwa sasa wadau, tuungane katika video zetu zijazo. Hii ni The Kenyan Daily Report. Subscribe.